مرحبا بكم حياكم الله حفظكم الله يا إخوان هذا أخونا لي أسلم so you can introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Blanco or Abdullah, and I wanted to tell you my life story, how I came to the Islam.
How he accepted Islam.
Yes, how I accepted the Islam, and maybe someone will follow, or
maybe the younger children can take some life experiences or advantage of his story.
Yes, and I hope you like it.
شعركم مبسوط.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. Mr. Blanco, how you doing?
Yeah.
Shall you doing good?
I'm doing fine, yeah, thank you.
مبسوط.
It's nice to see you here. Nice to
شكرا.
meet you.
شكرا لك. أهلا وسهلا أخي.
عفوا أهلا بيك. أهلا بك.
حياكم الله حفظكم الله جزاكم الله خيرا.
So well, we met, so I can tell about my story, my life story.
تفضل.
Huh?
تفضل.
تفضل.
You're welcome.
Yes, and yes, I just wanted to start at the beginning. At the beginning, you know the video
At the beginning.
you know the video of the black guy in the beginning.
In the beginning.
You know this.
Of course,
you know
yeah,
this?
we have seen it. I've seen it, yeah.
The beginning, in the beginning.
Sorry, huh?
It's so
Yeah,
fun.
that's my uncle.
Some
I'm
salam to
joking.
him.
I'm joking.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, well, so you just give me a question and I'm about to answer it now.
Yeah.
We go on like this, huh?
Yeah, make the first step.
Yeah. So you're gonna make the first step. You're the moderator.
So
and
when did you start?
this is your mic.
I guess you are from the 90s.
Yes, I'm born in 1994. Yes, and I don't know if you know it was in Germany.
Yeah.
And yeah, should I name the city?
Nowadays, not now.
Or not now? Yeah. Okay.
Maybe after, maybe later.
So better stay protective.
Yeah, of course, man. So, your question you can answer to us is, when did you start? You say once you convert or reconvert to Islam. So, what was you?
I wouldn't say I converted, because convert is switching the religions. I really took the Islam for me. You know, I accepted it as a religion and as a life style. You know,
Like a mythology. Mythology like this.
what is a mythology?
Mythology is like this life of principles of life, the way to
Yes,
live
yeah.
a good life
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly.
with guidelines.
Yes, and all this started because I had in my youth, in my childhood, I had no line to follow. You know, I was I grew up with my mom. My dad was gone when I was 2 years old, and
So your parents are divorced.
yes, they didn't even marry it. They
Okay.
wasn't married. You know, they was just together. It was in Arabic countries, they would say it was in zinna.
Yeah, like the Western style.
The Western style,
No.
like it's normally, yes.
Even no marry, no wedding, no divorce like this.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
we understand.
And
So
yeah, so I grew up
be
with my
careful
mom.
in Arab countries. تحذروا يا إخوان.
Yeah. What does it say?
Like be careful like
Yeah,
this.
be careful. Huh?
تحذروا.
So I grew up with my mom. My dad was not there.
انتبهوا like this.
He left my mom when I was 2 years old, and so my mom was alone with everything. The family, or the family of my mom, couldn't help her because I'm mixed guy, and they said, hey, my mom is from Romania or Germany, you know, so they and back in the days there was racistic or racial profiling.
Yeah, racial problem. Yeah.
A lot of a big thing. So
Yeah, of course, Germany is so crazy. Man.
So they left my mama with me alone,
Okay.
and so my mom had to go on with me alone, and I'm her first child, and that was very hard for her, and she wasn't able to give me rules. You know, when I was screaming or when I wanted something, my mama gave it to me, and this is
just living.
yeah, and this is a very
Living the life.
yeah,
You say.
this is a very bad thing for kids, because if you don't make rules or
guidelines.
or say stop to stop it,
Yeah.
the kid is they want everything, you
Yeah,
know,
of
and
course.
they don't have any guideline for it, huh? So this is how I grew up, you know, till I was 11 years old. Everything what my mama could give me, she gave it to me.
Yeah.
She gave it to me, and yeah, so I was always, I was used to, or I was,
Like this.
it's got usual for me
Yeah.
to live like this, to get everything what I want.
Yeah.
And yeah, then this is where the first problem came, you know.
Okay.
So when I was 11 years old,
You're just still a child, yeah?
yeah, I was, and I could go outside however I want and at to any time I want. You know, I was out at night with 11 years old. I was till outside till 12 o'clock at midnight. You know,
Or even at the morning like this.
yeah, and
Okay.
that's not good. So the police started to take an eye on me, and they bring me, they pick me up, you know, and bring me to my mama's house, but she wasn't there because she had schooling at night,
Yeah.
and so the police opened up the door with these you know, they could open it up,
Yeah. With violence.
yeah, not with violence, but they had the technique for it,
Okay.
you know. Yes,
So they kept an eye on you.
yeah, they kept an eye on me, and they saw the place where I was living.
Okay.
And because my dad left,
Yeah.
my mom was afraid to lose any things, you know.
Okay.
So she collect everything she had, like paper or magazines.
Like everything is
everything.
so important. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah, she couldn't
lose it.
Yeah, she
Maybe
couldn't lose
another
it.
time
Yeah.
I will need it. Like
Yes,
this.
like
Okay,
this.
yeah. We understand. Yeah.
And yeah, and
It
then-
was messed up.
Yeah, it was very messed up. The police saw it, and that's not good for a kid for a living. So the authorities, or how I say,
The responsible people
yeah, the responsible people, the authorities
of the government, maybe.
of government took
They took the responsibility of
they
the
took the responsibility
education.
of me. You know, they took the responsibility of me. They said, okay, can't live here no more.
Yeah.
And that's how I came to another family.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's sad, but my mom wasn't able to do this. You know, I was very aggressive as a kid,
Yeah.
so it was hard for her. You know,
Of course.
to handle everything. No man. The family is not helping her.
Yeah.
The kid is aggressive. She has no
She
rules.
felt like divorce. Even she
Yeah.
wasn't married, or she had no wedding, but she felt like a divorced woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is. And if she had no help, she was
And maybe even no
alone.
job, maybe.
Yes, and she wasn't religious, you know,
Yeah, of
so
course.
she had no
She had
way
no,
to follow.
Yeah, no power
Yeah.
to do. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Ne var ne yok abicim.
Personelden yere
Ne var ne yok.
çok iş var. Çok iş.
Öyle böyle yani.
Yani.
Yeah. So even no job, and without job, how you can survive, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the thing. So the authorities or the government became responsible for me and took me to another place into another family. You know, it
Yeah.
was in Gießen, and yeah, there was the first. It was a woman, and she took care of me, and she was giving me rules right now. So I had rules to follow,
Okay.
and that was very hard for me at the beginning. In the beginning, and yeah, that was the first step. So that was the part with my mom.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته يا أخوان. إن شاء الله this was our first video of our channel, as you can see, and the second part will follow, inshallah. And if you got some specific questions to this brother, our beloved brother, you can just let us know your questions, and maybe we will make a second part, and after this and Q&A, question and answers. So يا إخوان، إذا عندكم أسئلة عن هذا الأخ لأسلم أخونا. تفضلوا تسألوا أسئلتكم، فنحاول أن نجاوب عليكم بلغتكم عربية يا إخوان العرب. مرحبا بكم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.